Beautiful morning, and today we are going to be talking about three simple mods or mods that you need to make your Hemi Ram run 12. That's what I'm going to be talking about today in today's live video. And it really don't take much, but I'm going to be sharing with you guys a few things how to be able to make your Ram run 12s. In the meantime, we're going to be on a live. Obviously, I'm doing my morning walk and jog. So I'm gonna be on a live with you guys for a little bit longer today, and we're gonna talk about this. First things first. Let me get ready to step out because I'm toasting right now. We at the park, so we'll be talking about. But if you're here for your first time on the channel, guys, definitely hit that support. Hit that subscribe button, support the channel. We'll definitely appreciate it. It's kind of hard to see outside, super hard. It's like super sunny outside today, man. Gotta make sure you stay active. Life ain't all about cars. If your health is not in the right place, all of this don't really matter. But one thing I can tell you guys, man, make sure try to keep your health being the number one thing you gotta take care of, man. Your health is definitely the key to keeping you going a long way. But it really don't take much when it comes to you trying to pretty much, excuse me, when you trying to run 12 with your ram. Like these there's really what I could say is trying to get it trying to get what I'm trying to say out of my head right now. My mind is focused on something else. But all you really need is these simple mods. Doesn't require much. Believe it or not, I think these trucks stock, they run probably let me guess, I say somewhere around 14, 14, 13. We just slow as hell, but it really don't take much. So I'm gonna start with first thing I recommend that you do is maybe I'll say you probably need, well, I wouldn't say maybe, but first thing I'll say you need to start off with like some kind of exhaust system, like free flow exhaust system. That's what you're really gonna start off with. You don't have to start there, but that would be like where I would start. Now, when it comes to exhaust, you don't have to go with like a very high end, or you have to, you don't have to spend any kind of crazy amount of money on like an aftermarket exhaust. You can just simply do pretty much like a muffler delete. Anything that has like a free flow, pretty much is what you want to do. If you got like an exhaust that has like most aftermarket exhausts, obviously it's like free flow, pretty much best. You just need like an exhaust system that's gonna help. I wouldn't me personally like I would just say if you don't have the funds to be able to do like buy yourself, because I know exhaust systems sometimes, most of the time now they probably cost what 1,500, 2 grand depending. But there's good ones out there you can go with. But all I'm saying is the goal is really to have like a free flow exhaust system like for your truck. Like you just do like a muffler delete, you'll be fine. But that would be like the first thing I would say to start off with. Do like a muffler delete, and then you should be good. Once you do a muffler delete, headers would be the next thing that I recommend. Now, long tube headers, there's different kinds out there. Me personally, I always recommend Cooks. Cooks long tube headers is like the ones that I like. What else? I think American Racing headers. Those are another ones too that you can go with. But I know for a fact American Racing headers, like these headers is not, they not cheap. They not cheap for a reason because they definitely one of the ones that is the best in my personal opinion for Hemi Rams, like the American Racing headers, Cook's long tube headers. even probably Corsa. But these are all high ends like brand. They're like that for a reason though. And I wouldn't recommend JBA. I mean JBA, you can't, obviously they don't make them no more. But I wouldn't recommend you putting, even if you can get one, JBA long tooth headers. How you doing? But JBA long tooth headers is like one of the headers that it's kind of like 50-50. I've heard people talking about fitment, like the fitment issues on there. What else? I think heard people saying that the quality on there is not really the best, but they stopped making those like I think what 2-3 years ago. Even if you could buy Yumes from somebody else, I wouldn't really recommend you. But still though, I'll be honest, like JBA headers, long tube headers, I still think that they sound real good on like these Rams and stuff, like just in my personal opinion. But like I said, I wouldn't recommend you, wasting your time trying to go that route. So first two things I named, um, you need a free flow exhaust. Doesn't matter on what kind of exhaust system, pretty much, but you could simply just do a muffler delete, you'll be cool. And then long tube headers, if you want long tube headers, um, like I mentioned before, American Racing headers, there's Cook's long tube headers. These are like all the best top top 2, 3, but obviously they're not gonna be cheap. And I'll recommend one thing too you could do is to go like catless. If you're looking for sound, also it's gonna even be better for your truck if you go catless. By the way, I'm on my walk right now, trying to breathing kind of heavy. Hopefully you guys can understand what I'm saying, but I got my headphones in. But those are the two things I named. And third thing I would say that you most definitely could do is, now this not really recommended, but I will say that, I mean, it does help. Let's say if your truck already have like a upgraded gears, 392 gears or something like that, you don't really need, you'll be fine with street tires. You don't really need like, but you really don't need those though. But if your truck have it, you know, it wouldn't help. I mean, it will help, but it's not really like a big deal. Now, next thing I recommend is you could do, uh, um, I say you could probably do like a ported throttle body. I'll say, but that's not really something I would say that's really like it would help. But you could also do that. At the end of the day, when I'm saying like these things, it's like when you're trying to run 12 with these trucks, it's not really, it really doesn't take much as you would think. It could be as simple as you just simply doing a free flow exhaust system. You doing like an aftermarket cool air intake, and then you do a custom tune. And then if you want, you could probably put some street tires on your truck. If you do that, that's how simple it is for you to really be able to run 12s with these Ram. But there's way more steps that you want to take to if you plan on trying to get the best out of your truck. Somebody just comment on here said, "What's up, bro?" Joshua, what's up, man? What's going on with you? But if you guys don't know, I'm doing my walk right now. So normally, I will be running, but I'm on a live. Just doing a walk real quick. Got to make sure you take care of your fitness, man. Telling you guys, life ain't all about cars. I mean, I love cars and stuff, but you got to think about it. If if your health is shitty or your health is not where it got to be, all of this stuff not really gonna matter. If your health was to tank on you today, you can have all the cars, all the money, ain't none of this gonna matter. So that's why you my real subscriber followers and stuff on here, I appreciate it. But this channel, I don't try to, I mean, I love cars, I focus on cars, but I like to keep it real too, because You know me, I wouldn't preach something that I don't do, but I could tell you guys if you're young, you middle age, old, definitely stay on top of your health, man. Somebody said I got a '09 Ram 1500 with the 5.7. It's a lot miles, but then taking care of it really well. Oh yeah, that's what's up though, bro. What's the miles on your truck? Cause my truck has a hunt. Right now I'm at 148, almost 150. So it just has stainless work headers installed. Sounds good. Hell yeah, bro. That's what's up. I'm planning on getting some headers for my truck too. I really like Cooks though. Stainless work is another good brand for your RAM and stuff like that. If you plan on looking for long tube headers, as long as you're not getting those short tube headers on these trucks, you'll be cool. You'll be fine. Just don't go with a shorty headers. They pointless. I'll tell you that, man. But stainless works definitely one of the best ones out there, man. But like I was saying though, it really doesn't take much for these trucks to run 12. Even if you got a single cab, if you got a single cab, that's even better. Excuse me, real quick. I gotta take a drink. Thirsty. I'm about to show y'all my view though, man. Super nice out here, PA. It's super hot outside too. But this is the view. All right, he said I have 180,000. Oh, that's not even that bad, bro. 180,000, believe it or not, it ain't that bad, bro. I'm at 148. I'm right behind you. But all you gotta do is just keep doing regular maintenance on your truck. Just maintain it. That's all. You'll be good, bro. No, you'll be good. I know it's a lot of people that talk bad about the Rams at the end of the day, but they definitely could be a reliable truck when you do take care of them. But like I was saying, it's not rocket science, man. When you're trying to run 12s with your truck, even most of the guys that like really race with like these Rams and stuff, they'll tell you it's not really as complicated as you think. Like I said, the three things you could really just do. You do custom tune, core air intake, free flow exhaust system, and then probably obviously put some street tires on your truck. That's it. Like there's more stuff you can add, but you could just simply do that, and your truck gonna be able to run 12s. It says Chevy best at the end of the day. That's funny as hell, yo. Y'all really like Chevy. Honestly, bro, whoever said, I think his name is A. If you think Chevy is good, I mean, me personally, I never owned Chevy before, but in my personal opinion, I think Chevy is like, I wouldn't say it's like I wouldn't talk bad about Chevy, but I just don't, I ain't a Chevy guy, bro. But to be real, right now, well, I wouldn't say right now, but I would say the last couple years, Ram been having it shut down, man. Ram, Dodge Ram, whatever you want to call it. They always make the best looking trucks. Hands down, I'll tell you that. I give it a Chevy though. They probably might be the next in line, but they don't have, their trucks don't look good as Ram. I ain't just saying it because I got a Ram, but I'll be real. Maybe Chevy might be the next in line before Ford, but he said I could rock with a Ram, always come down to maintenance anyway. Yeah, bro, really do. Like that's what I don't understand about people when they talk about cars being this or trucks being that. It really just come down to like the maintenance. Every truck has some kind of flaw, bro. There's no way you could buy any kind of brand new truck or car at the end of the day and they don't have any kind of flaw. It really just come down to the ownership, whoever the owner is. I do like the new Rams. Do more upgrades with the Ram. Yeah, you most definitely could. I ain't gonna lie. Ram. The only thing I could say I dislike, like I'm not really, when it comes to like the newer Rams, I'm not like a huge fan of the newer Rams. I'll be honest. Like I think the fourth generation Rams is like the best in my personal opinion. Looks like the newer Rams, they look cool and all on the inside, but I just don't like how they built them now. It just doesn't really give like that Ram aggressive look that they had a couple years back. But yeah, man, I'm definitely planning on doing a whole lot of upgrades with my truck. Like I said, I'm not right now. I'm just sticking to the 5.7, and then later on down the line, I'm gonna do the swap to a 6.4 pretty much to really be able to make more power. Like a 5.7 is good. It's like a good start for you when you're starting off. Like I said, it's always a lot of things you could do with the 5.7. But if when it comes down to really making like a lot of power, you better off just doing a swap over to a 6.4 Hemi and stuff like that. That's like the best in my personal opinion. You could still do it with the 5.7, but it just require a whole lot more. And it's like, I mean, for me, it's not. I think it's not worth it though. It's really not worth it. But yo, y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all gotta give this video a thumbs up. The Ram makes so much power, it's insane. Yeah, most definitely true. If you ain't got a Ram, you plan on getting a truck, definitely get a Ram. Don't go with the newer trucks though, unless you want to be in debt for the rest of your life. Don't go with the newer trucks, man. Ram, Chevy, Ford. I ain't just talking about just Ram, but just go with like an older, like the. I feel like, I mean, it depends though, man. You know, at the end of the day, that's your personal opinion. If you want to go with a newer truck, you could, you know, if you want. But I just wouldn't. Somebody said I got the 6.4 swap on the way from MMX. Oh shit, hell yeah, bro. That's the way to go. What year is your let me see, I think he told me his year. I gotta see. Oh, you got an '09. So if you're doing a 6.4 swap on your truck, it's definitely gonna be a beast, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm planning on doing with my truck. That's one of the reasons why I'm not trying to put too much money into my 5.7, but I'm gonna have fun with it while I can. But yeah, MMX definitely does have a lot of good parts and stuff for Rams and stuff. You plan on upgrading stuff on your truck. But I appreciate I appreciate you guys leaving comment feedbacks. But y'all gotta give this video a thumbs up. And y'all gotta let me know too, man. Like I mentioned before, I'm gonna start going live more. I'm still getting used to being a YouTuber or whatever you wanna call it, but I need you guys to support the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And y'all, whatever topic y'all want me to talk about during my lives, I go live. I'm going live every day now. So if you got a topic you want me to talk about, drop it down, let me know. I'm going with bigger injectors and got it tuned. Yeah, that's the way to go, bro. Bigger injectors is definitely the way to go. Now, you plan on doing, when you do it, are you gonna do the 6.4 truck intake manifold, or are you gonna do like a supercharger? Me, honestly, I'm planning on doing, when I do it, when I do mine, I'm planning on doing a supercharger with mine. But either way, you're still gonna be able to make a crazy amount of power, man. But either way, you're definitely gonna be able to. You said, I'm always nervous about doing big upgrades just because of the high mileage. Nah, you should be good, dog. Yeah, you should be good. That's why, like, one thing I would say, right? My truck right now has 150 on the dash. Like, the mileage really not an issue if you don't have like the Hemi ticks and stuff or lifters problems, stuff like that. Like you'll be cool, but that's why I recommend like when I'm doing this, I'm doing I'm not just gonna build off my 5.7 just to be on the safe side, but like you can get yourself if you go on I think is HHP website. They have a fully forged BGE block 6.4 that you could buy, and they rebuild it brand. I mean they don't rebuild it, but it's a brand new block. You start off with the guy I follow on YouTube. I think his name is. He has a Ram channel also. I'll say incredible Hemi. He does the same thing I'm doing with my truck is exactly what he did. The only thing that I think he got his 8-speed trans rebuilt. But once you get a brand new block from there, bro, it doesn't even cost that much if you. I think it's worth it because the block is like I think 7 grand, 6, 7 grand, and all you gotta do, you gotta pretty much. You're probably gonna be spending probably somewhere around like 8. But for me personally, I think it's worth it. Like you could rebuild your 5.7. Like I said, it's just gonna be too much and it's gonna be around the same amount you're gonna be spending for a brand new block. And do your truck has an 8-speed or a 6-speed? He said just a 6.4 intake for now. Oh yeah, I mean you'll still be good, bro. You'll still be good. But these Rams, man, they definitely could get rowdy as hell. Definitely could get rowdy. If you guys don't follow, if y'all don't know his channel, Incredible Hemi, I don't know him personally, but he around from where I'm at. And I know he has one of the fastest, well, I'll say he prop down where I'm at, I'll say. He has like, cause he in Jersey, I'm in PA. So from my understanding, I think he has the fastest 4th generation quad cab or crew cab Ram down where I'm at. Not a single cab, but pretty much the same year truck I have. I think he has a 2014 Express, same truck I have, and he did the same exact upgrade. Everything he did is pretty much the same thing I'm gonna be doing with my truck. And I think the only difference from his and mine is he has an 8-speed and my truck has a 6-speed. But it really doesn't take much, bro. I keep like that's why these Rams, you could really make these Rams into something very deadly, man. I'm telling you, like you could make them powerful to where you could compete with the right mods. You could compete with scat packs. I'll say Ram TRX. I ain't talking about just a stock Ram, obviously, but with all of this upgrade, you do the 6.4 truck, fully forged BGE block. Because I know HHP, I think they built that block to where it could be able to handle at least like 1,000 to the wheels. And the guy that I was talking about, Incredible Hemi, his truck has, from my understanding, I don't really know offhand, but I'm assuming that it's somewhere he run probably, I think he run at least like 800 and something horsepower with his truck. Like that's fast as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Anything over 6 is fast, fast as hell. I've been following Hemi, Incredible Hemi for a long time now. I think he crashed his Ram. I'm not sure if he get it fixed. Oh snap. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I've been on his channel. I think I seen his channel when he was doing like the build, but I didn't know he crashed his truck. But from what I know, the guy that worked on his truck, I think his name's Steve. Like I reached out to him before because I was trying to see if he could be able to help me with the parts and all that stuff. And he told me, he said, we talked, and he says not really like what he did with his truck, all them mods that he did. Some of the stuff it's not really necessary. But he said you could eat like with these trucks, you really don't need too much like what he did. But I think he was the one who told me that his truck run around somewhere around like 800 or something to the wheels is pretty fast. Somebody comment on here and say, y'all gotta give this video a thumbs up, man. If y'all got a topic y'all want me to talk about, I go live every day, so leave down the topic. Y'all want to talk about fitness, I put your boys on. Y'all want to get built, I definitely help y'all with that. Like I work out too, you know, I ain't just about cars, but I work out. You want to gain muscles, whatever, you know, I go live. I tell you guys exactly how I'm able to stay fit. And I'm only 29. It's very simple. You ain't got to do none of that unnecessary stuff. Just a basic, simple plan that I stick to. Somebody said talk about max effort in A06. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Yo, one of the cars I gotta own, yo. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna have, once this channel gets to where it need to be, definitely plan on getting a C6 Z06, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Or a C6 ZR1. Definitely one of the trucks. I mean, one of the cars that I gotta own. And then that, I think I could build one of the sickest C6 Z06, man. Same thing with a Ford Mustang Terminator Cobra. If you guys don't know, I came from the dark side. I used to own, I'm a Mustang guy, to be honest. No, I'm not really like a Mopar guy until I got my Ram, but I still like the Mopars though. But I'm a Ford Mustang guy. But when you graduate, I think that it's like certain levels, man. I'll be honest. For you to own a C6 Z06, Corvettes is like, you gotta be in a big boy stage. And I feel like Mustangs is for like kids and stuff like that. But once you get to a certain level, like I feel like Corvettes is the next cars that you gotta have, man. Ain't nothing better than LS, I'll tell you that. But a C6 Z06 or ZR1 definitely been up here in my mind, man. But we gotta, before we get there, we gotta build one of the sickest Ram on YouTube. Ain't too many Rams, quad cab or crew cab on YouTube that is making a lot of power. So, but y'all gotta keep this, y'all gotta give this video a thumbs up, man. We gotta give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, Z06 is definitely one of the cars that, definitely one of the cars that I want when I'm done building my Ram. Somebody come and say, yo. But yeah, it really don't take much to run 12s with a Hemi Ram. Do not require much. You just, I'm gonna tell you guys again, what I mentioned is, you just keep it as simple as this. You'll be able to run 12. Custom tune. Now, custom tune, I recommend where I'm at. Like I know a couple people that I see on YouTube that has like these fast Ram. I know they talk about Jay Graney. I know he like one of the best. I don't have a tune yet from him, but I am planning on. But I know he's one of the best. And then next thing I recommend, you just need like a free flow exhaust system. You can do pretty much Cooks. There's a lot of different brands, but I know exhaust is expensive, so you probably gonna be looking at spending at least $2,000. But you don't even have to do all of that. You can just simply just do exhaust delete, and then you do long tube headers, Cooks, catless, long tube headers for sound. It's gonna be even better for your truck when you go catless. But yeah, ain't gonna lie, your boys gotta Sunday, man. Y'all gotta wake up, be great. The boys gotta wake up and be great, man. Grateful for another day. and I'm be uploading later, so make sure, yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's really gonna be for this live. I'll see you boys and girls in the next one. Stay safe and take care.